Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. So the video today is on this 2008 Jaguar. Which Jaguar is this? XF or something along those lines? X Type. The car came to me, hopefully something quite simple. Hopefully. This car came to me because of the parking sensors not working. I've noticed that the car had kind of an impact in the back on the bumper. You can see that two of the sensors are new in there. You see they are black, they are not painted. Actually all the rear ones are black. This one here is inside. This was me just before I started. I came here just touching the things, see if they were just kind of cleaning them, and then I touched this one and it literally just went inside, but it was not pushed in when the car was dropped. So those are black, but as you can see they should be color painted, so I don't know, it looks like he had an impact at the back, and maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. But what we're going to do quickly is, obviously this is the same system that one parking sensor fails and I believe it turns everything off. So I think that what we're going to do, no, it's the other. So what we're going to do is quickly just put the max-axis on it, see if the max-axis can point out to which sensor is bad, or if it's rear, it's front, at least will give us some guidance. With that, I can do the test. We'll just do it like that, then we might do something else. I might go with my finger, see if I can figure out which ones are pulsing, which ones are not. If that's, let's go a bit at a time. So let's gonna get the max-axis and scan this thing. Yeah, I started this thing because I don't know how the battery is, but it started rather well and it's been dropped here 3 or 4 or 5 days ago. So here he is, an X Type X400, and let's gonna go to Diagnosis, Control Unit, and let's gonna go to my, what they might call it, parking height control module. Reverse proximity sensor. Trouble codes. This is weird. What does it say in there? Not installed. Oh no, it comes to this now. Okay, so trouble codes. Right, left front corner, right front sensor, left front corner, so it's nothing to do with the rear ones. Interesting. Let me go to live data. No front. Ah, it's for the ones with no front parking height, for the ones that only has on the reverse. Okay. Left rear detection flags. What is this supposed to mean? Left rear 3. Now that's wrong. So obviously I don't have one millimeter. That's obviously wrong, but I think it's deactivating. Left. This is might be the one that I pushed in. That is reading slightly different. Maybe. There's front. Okay. So detected. What the hell that means? Detection flags. I don't have a clue what that means. Just push it. Yeah, the system is basically, because of that fault, looks like the system is not really doing anything. Even if just show me the live data, it's not even showing me the live data because I just put the car completely against that one and nothing really, it just carry on. So front, if I go forward really close to this front one, which wait, I'm probably about 20 centimeters away from here. Yeah, that one goes down to 0, those two, which is left front inner, right front, but then this inner one is reading, don't know, it's a little bit weird. Don't know if they are measuring anything really. So I reverse, they all go back to there. Okay. Okay, so we have a picture of this. Can we clear these codes? Just curiosity to see what happens. I'm not going to turn the engine off. So we get the beep. So we get a long beep when I clear the codes, and the fault comes back straight away. Okay. So let's gonna focus on those sensors. I'm gonna have to put the one at the rear back in place, and so left front corner and right corner, left front sensor and right front center. Okay, let's go see if we can figure this out. Okay, just quickly worth to mention that when this fault occurs, you get a long beep, and then you get this red light here for the parking sensors flashing red. Now, because of that sensor pushed in on the rear bumper, I came here to see if I could push it in somehow or put it back in somehow. This thing is just literally coming off. We need to do something with this as well. But it looks like I'm gonna have to take the bumper off, because the bracket, if you will, inside is kind of welded with into the plastic here that then holds the sensor is coming off. So we're gonna have to pull this bumper off in order to repair this. But when I did that and I start to take this inside to see how this bumper comes off, because I'm gonna guess, yeah, gonna be some bolts here. Looks like there's here one, another one here. Anyway, I look at this, and this was like this, and I was a little bit like, whoa, what the heck's going on here? But to be fair, all the plugs, they look actually clean. The pins looks okay. I'm going to open the module though quickly, just to see if it looks okay inside. But so far, I thought maybe water would got into this, but looks like it didn't. But we're going to have to pull this bumper off to obviously fix this sensor here, and then we might look at the rest of it. Okay, and the module looks not too bad on this side, as you can see. And on this side, it definitely looks like something happened down here, but it doesn't look too bad. There is 2 fuses here. I'm just gonna measure them just quickly to make sure they are not blown. It might be, I'm not sure if it's one for front sensors and one for rear sensors. I could check, but there's really no point. Yeah, this one is good, and this one is gonna be good probably. Yeah, so the fuses are actually good. I'm not sure if this is no, it didn't damage anything. It's just kind of like sort of mold, if you will, that sort of whitish. Yeah, the module is good. The module is going to be, it doesn't look damaged to me. So inside the box is rather clean. Yeah, there's nothing there either. No, that's fine. So that's good. So let's gonna do some other measurements. Okay, so the bumper is out. This is a lot of work for one sensor. Right, so to remove the bumper, you have those 4 nuts as I explained to you. Obviously this is on the inside, but you have one here on the inside, one here, one here, one here. Take it from that side. Then you have on the inside, you have 2 bolts, one there, one there, and then you have another 2 on the other side, which is one right there at the back, right there, and then there's another one there. Then on this side, you have 2 bolts on each side, roughly in the same place, but on the opposite side. So there's one here that holds the bumper to the body here, and then you have another one here, and then you have the 2 bolts here that holds this also to the bumper. I had to cut both sides off. I had to cut the heads off the bolt because everything was seized and I could not take them off. Only one came out on each side. Then I have to grind the rest off. But yeah, a lot of work for this. And as I was saying, so as I said, so this is the little bracket that's kind of glued, sort of welded to the bumper. that holds the sensors. So this is a brand new sensor. This is a brand new sensor. That's a brand new sensor. And that one, the bracket is missing. And the bracket is right here on the sensor. This one is obviously used, and look, it's all cracked around the edge. You see the sort of sealant around there is all cracked. You see that? But the car was not complaining about this one, so I'm not gonna worry too much. Then this one is all taped, or it was all taped. I don't know why. Am I gonna take this tape off to see why it was like this? Because this was not all the way pushed in, so I don't know if it was actually about to fail. But yeah, a little bit of work to get to this, but we got to it now, and we're gonna put the sensor back in place. I'm not gonna put the bumper until I figured out the whole thing, until I get the front also done, etc, etc, because last thing I want is to put this bumper back in, and then I know the codes, the module was only complaining about the front, but you never know. So we're gonna weld these back into the bumper. I have an idea how we're gonna do it with the soldering iron. I'm just gonna push in the middle, and this should melt this against the bumper, and hopefully it will secure this in place. Right, that's gonna do it. Okay, all done. So what I've done using the soldering iron, I just went like, I could have showed you, but I just went like in an angle, melting this plastic with this plastic, and kind of just go around a little bit and try to fuse a little bit of this with that. And then before it was completely solid, I just pushed it down to compress everything, and it's done. I think I could lift the bumper with this if I wanted. Obviously I'm not going to do it, but it is solid. So we're just going to temporarily put everything back on and move to the front sensors, which is the ones that are actually complaining about a problem. I'm not very happy with the sensor the way it looks, all cracked, etc, but well, it is what it is. We might gonna need some new ones for the front. We'll see how it goes. Right, so this was the reason why everything was taped. Come on, focus. There we go. So someone thought it was a smart idea to twist the wires here in a place like this. Oh man, and the wire, hey, look at that. Look how there's the wire coming from the underside. Let me. Oh, it is bad. It is bad. Look at that. Well, I'm not gonna moan. I'm just gonna stay calm. Let's gonna fix this. Okay, now I've actually removed the loom from the car. It was easier to do it than do it in there. So what we're gonna do, just gonna remove this little bit of wire that someone put in here. Let me guess, obviously also twisted in there. It's not gonna be soldered, I'm sure. Of course not. Just it's rubbish. Right, so this wire obviously is going to be short now. So it's going to be too short. So what we're going to do is that we're going to dismantle this plug, which looks like it's just by pulling this here. Yeah, it is. Now we're going to push this pin out, which is going to be by doing like this. Okay, let me see if I can do this like that. Now if I pull, it needs to go up, not down. I'm gonna need something like that. No, something maybe like that. It's like if I pull this up here. There we go. There it is. It's not corroded or anything like that. It's quite clean, to be fair with you. It's not too bad. So we're just gonna see if we can fix this. Maybe remove this weather seal and put it on a new wire. There we go. Take it off. Okay. So if I take these off, like so. Okay, so now I can just solder a wire right into the pin, and then here as well we're going to look for good copper here, because this copper is bad. It's all corroded. Let me see if it is clean back here now. Nope, still bad. So we're going to have to come further back a little bit. We're going to put a little bit of wire, or we might better just go and look for clean copper to do this, isn't it? Nah, still crap. Right, we're gonna have to unwrap this loom and look for clean copper. So I'll do that off camera. I'll show you the result, the final result. Just to show you the final result, I was just about to start to wrap everything up. So there is, and then right here the front, I had to cut all of this bit, and this one I actually damaged it a little bit, so I just cut it and soldered it again, because the copper was exposed, so I had to repair it. And then here, as you can see, it goes straight inside the plug with the weather seal in there. All done. So this is fixed. We're going to wrap it up and then move to the next. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be anything to do with my problem, but I wanted to look at these sensors. Can you see what someone did? So it looks like this bumper is painted, and it was painted, and basically the sensor is actually sort of glued to this rubber thingy around. It's not supposed to be like this. The reason why you have this little rubber around the sensors is to separate, is a cushion between the sensor and the rest. Well, first is to watertight, but second is to give a gap, because this sensor is supposed to vibrate. Obviously we are talking very small amounts, but this sensor is supposed to be free and sort of vibrate a little bit. If this is completely solid, ain't gonna work, isn't it? So we're gonna break this paint around the sensor. Maybe I'm just barking at the wrong tree, who knows, but I think it might worth to get it cleaned. So I'm gonna do this. I've already started on that one. I'm gonna do the same on that one. The outer one, it looks like a brand new. This one, yeah, this one is as well. Yeah, look at that. This is, oh man. Right, let's gonna clean these and see if that makes a difference. Okay, cleaning the sensors made really no difference. We still have the same two faults. In the meantime, I had to put the bumper back in place, purely because I needed the jacks to lift the front in case if I need to remove the bumper. So I put it all in place. I've rescanned the car before I did it, and we still have the same two faults for the front. And we haven't even got to the issue. So now, yes, we're gonna hopefully go to the right place, but I couldn't leave this the way it was. It would be very unprofessional of me, so I couldn't just leave the way it was. But yeah, so now I'm going to lift the front of the car and hopefully try to find out what's going on. Okay, and after a little bit of struggle, I managed to take this front lower panel underneath the bumper. You can reach that sensor and the other corner, but you can't reach any of the two middle ones, so I'm gonna have to take the bumper off. So what the car is complaining is about that sensor. So that sensor that actually been replaced is actually bad, unless we have a wiring issue, and then we have that one. But I'm gonna have to take the bumper to get to that one either way, so I'll take the bumper. If we need to measure any wiring, we will measure. So the ones that I'm complaining about is that one and is that one. So the left corner and the right center, which is that one in there. Right, let's gonna take this bumper off. And the bumper is off, and the first thing we're gonna do is check the wiring. So I'm checking that one. We are on a red and white with a white strip wire, and we're gonna come here to the module. We are going to, let me put the phone here somehow, take this out of the way. here. I'm sure you can see the reading. Can you see the reading? No, you can't, because the phone is too low. If I put it like this, you can see the reading now. So the one that goes to the front is probably, I don't know which one is going to be, but the problem is as well, is that at the front there's a plug on the side. I don't know if the wires change color. We're just going to look for one pin that has continuity here. I'm going to try to see if it's the same color. So let's see if it's this red with this white strip. I should come here somewhere. Let's try all of them. There we go. So that's the one. So that's okay. So can you see? Yeah, you can. 0.7. I'm going to change to the next wire. Okay, next wire is a white with a red strip, which there's also a wire here. There is 0.7 as well. Guys, I'm just going to measure both sensors, the 6 wires, and then I'll report back. Okay, it looks like I'm getting somewhere. So this one for this sensor is all good. All the wires have continuity. On this side, we found an issue. So okay, so this wire, so all the wires are good except this one in the middle. See the one in the middle, white with a white with a green strip. So if I come here, I believe that wire, see if I can put it like so, I think that wire is this one here. See this one here? Will I be able to show you? I think it's this one here, white. The second one, the green strip. But when I come to here, which is the second, I have nothing. Okay, I have on all the other ones, but not on these ones. So to prove, I just want to prove something, which is, let me actually do this. Try to just push these in here. It's like this, isn't it? Where's the other one now? It's like this. I'm sure it's like this. Like so. I want to put it back in case if I need to take it off. It's like this. Then it goes like so, yeah? Yeah. So I'm just going to push it without actually plug. Then push that one in. And what I want to do is I'm going to use the sensor that was, if I find them, where did I put them? So I want to use this sensor. I was reporting a fault. I'm going to put it here, which was the one that was also putting a fault, but these wires are good. So if I'm left only with one fault, that means this sensor is actually good. This one is bad, but on this side we have a wiring problem. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So let's gonna do that and see if we can get rid of one of the faults. Okay, the black one is there, which is the one that was on the other corner. Let's see what we do have. A bit of clear, isn't it? I don't think I'm communication with the module, am I? No, I am. Trouble codes. What? Oh, now there is a fault. Yes, there we go. So that's what I meant. So that means the sensor, the brand new sensor that was in the corner, was actually good, and we do have indeed a wiring issue, and the corner one, the one close to the number plate, it was actually bad, which is the one that is, I don't even know where I put it now, which is the one that was still painted. I'm not going to paint these sensors because they are not painted at the back already, so I'm not going to be here wasting my time painting sensors. If the guy doesn't care about it, I'm not going to care either. Oh, there is. So this is the one that's actually bad, which is the one that was here on the side, on there, and obviously that one, there's a wiring issue, which we're gonna have to find. Okay, let's gonna do this now a little bit more structured. So we get this out of the way. Right, so this is the plug that I was talking about. It plugs here, and here I'm back probing the wire that I said that we established that is not making continuity. Is not, there's an open line somewhere. So that's gonna come here and see if it's okay up to here. So is the second pin right here. Oh, luckily, looks like the fault is here somewhere. Right, let's just double check that I'm right. Let me see. I'm looking at the right wire. That's just a white, is that them? Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, I'm gonna be so happy if the problem is actually here. Okay, so is the second pin here, so that's pin number. I have numbers here. Not quite. Well, it doesn't matter. So on this side, so it's pin, so the plug goes like so, and my pin to this sensor seems to be this one here. This one here looks like so. It's going to be the second at the back. That one in there. Now we're going to go to the back, see if we have continuity from the plug. Right, let me pull the multimeter here. Let me take you guys with me. So let's see. Oh man. Beautiful. Beautiful. So my problem is going to be somewhere between this plug and this. Really? In this little short run? Well, in a way, it's actually good, because that means we can easy turn this around. That can work on the side. Right, let's gonna unwrap this loom here and try to see where the problem is. Can't believe it failed. Right, that's gonna do it. And problem found. Right, really interesting. So this was all wrapped up with no wires visible. But look, when I strip down this corner there it is. Look at that. So that's the problem there. Don't know if this was during the wrapping that on this little bent that the insulation might broke, and over the years allowed obviously moisture, etc., or something else, but it is what it is. We found the issue, so let's gonna repair this. We still need a sensor, most likely, but I guess we need a sensor still, but yeah, but that's what the problem was. Right, I'm actually glad that the issue is there and is not elsewhere further back as it goes to the rear, because that would be a way bigger job. But yeah, we found the issue. Let's gonna get this repaired. I'm not gonna take you through how I do repair this. I've showed you many times in the past with tube shrinking, soldering and all that good stuff. I guess I will come back when this is finished. Okay, all done. Yeah, I know, I used a different color wire. It doesn't matter, it's gonna be all wrapped up in here, it doesn't really matter. So back probing that. Now if I put the other probe on that green wire, if I can do this one hand. There you go. Beautiful. Now the good thing is, because I have that sensor on there and this sensor on the corner, I can actually reach it with the bumper in place. I can just put everything back on and get the other sensor, and then, well, I can just put everything back on basically. I don't need to be with the bumper off. Okay, it's not all in place yet, there's still a few bolts to put in, but as I was putting in, I just remember I never showed you how to remove the front bumper. It's actually quite easy. You have 2 bolts here, you have 2 on this side. So basically, guys, I'm going to show you one side, the other side is just the opposite. So 2 bolts there, 2 bolts there, and then you need to take this bolt here, which I already put in. Take this one here. You need to take, well, you don't really need to if you don't want. You don't really need to take the under tray that I did. I took the under tray, but all you're gonna have to do, if you don't want to take the entire under tray, you just need to take these bolts. Am I zoomed in? These bolts here at the front, and you can leave the under tray in place. I'm gonna leave the under tray out because I still need to get to this sensor here, which I can do with this tray off. But yeah, so you take these bolts off to release the under of the bonnet. Then you literally have 1 bolt, this one on its side, right there at the top, right there. That one in there. And if you can see in there, there you go. You need to take that bolt off, and that's it. And the whole thing just comes off. Rather simple, to be fair with you. But yeah, so obviously, if your problem is on the corners, you can just take the under tray and you can access the sensor from underneath. If the sensors is the middle ones, like it was in this case, forget about it. You need to take the bumper off. So yeah, so obviously, as I explained to you, the one that was there in the corner is now over there, and then the new one is going to come here. The new one, I'm not going to finish this today. I'm going to have to order a sensor. Jaguar wants 180 odd pounds for a sensor. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how they justify those prices. They must be pulling prices out of theirs where the sun doesn't shine. Really, it's absolutely ridiculous. I found, and actually Valeo, which is the brand of these sensors, I actually found a Valeo brand new on eBay for about £40 or so, and that's I haven't bought it yet, but that's I just need to confirm that is the right one. But that's the one I'm going to buy, because obviously I don't want to put aftermarket stuff, and that's it. So I think the next time you're going to see me is when I have the sensor, to put the sensor and give a test, make sure it's good. Okay, and a few days later, here we're back. It is the sensor. So let me actually open the sensor so I can show you. So the weather is not very good today, but hopefully I will get a little bit, just get under the car and install the sensor, which is here. Let me see if I can show you the sensor. There it is. So this is the sensor. It's a Valeo. Obviously it doesn't have the Jaguar or JLR at the top, but here is the sensor. Okay, I've requested to be painted dark grey, which is probably not the exact color of this car, but in such small area it's going to look better than the black ones. To be fair, if I would have here any spray, a dark grey spray, I would probably isolate that and would just give a quick spray just to make it look better rather than those black spots around there. But I don't have any dark spray, so it's going to have to go like that. the guy was happy to bring it like this, so up to him what you want to do. But I don't have any dark gray anyway. I only have black, white, and some other a couple colors. Anyway, not being here dwelling too much because I really want to get this done today. So I'm just going to get under the car, install the sensor. As I said, you can get to the corner sensors from under the car just with that under tray removed. Then we're going to put the under tray back in. Hopefully get the jacks out and give it a try, see if that fixes my problem. Okay, and here we have the lovely British weather at its best. Right. Okay, let's now. It's gonna start this thing to start with. There we go. Okay, everything seems good. Okay, the first test is gonna be pressing this button. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. No more flashing. You didn't heard any beeps. The long the long beep for about 2 seconds or 3 seconds indicates a fault, and this light flashing indicates a fault. So we're gonna quickly just scan the car. Let me turn it off because I'm really about to run out of battery. So I'm gonna go quickly in there, just make sure. Reverse proximity reverse installed. Okay, trouble codes. Okay, so if you remember, the fault would not clear. I'll do the engine running, doesn't really matter. There we go. Okay, and I was here talking to nobody because I ran out space on the phone, and I was here talking for about 3 minutes or so for nothing. Oh man. Okay, so what I was saying is, so the codes didn't came back. Codes are cleared. As you can see, again, that's good. You can see these beep every now and then because I'm close a little bit to that car and to the TT at the back. But what I wanted to show you is that when I drive forward, this live data it must be wrong. There's no chance this is correct. But as you can see, when I drive forward, and you're gonna hear the buzzer, and all it happens is they go down to 0, except that one. Maybe that one is not, I'm not sure. Yeah, so left, front, outer, which is going to be the one right there on the side. That one is not going to see the car in there, so that one is still reading 2, but it's not millimeters. This must be like, this should probably be centimeters. Would make more sense. Now I'm going to reverse, and we're going to look at the rear ones. Where are the rear ones? There we are. So you can see they all read like, except that one for some reason. Let's gonna go back, and now it's gonna start to detect the car at the back, and you can start to hear the rear. Okay, don't know if you can hear the rear. There we go. And again, they all go down to 0, except that one, because there's going to be the one right in that corner that is not going to really see the car in there. So that one is not going to see the car. So this is actually reading, but this is wrong. This is probably centimeters. I would guess, I'm not sure. But it is doing something, but it's not really too accurate that you could really diagnose anything on this. So I just want to come back now with everything working just to see what exactly the live data shows me. But yeah, so it is working, as you can see, and that's the only thing I would have to add, is that we fixed the problem. There we go, it's about to go off, so let me turn it off. Okay, so fixed, guys, in the end. Just a couple sensors. Well, more than a couple sensors. We repaired the rear bumper. The trim right at the bottom was a little bit. The car must have had an impact at the back. Hit something, or something hit the car. The lower plastic trim was popping out, so I fixed that in place. And the more tricky bit was the one at the front that you've seen, the loom. Interesting that the loom was still wrapped up and everything, and the wire was just like that. But guys, that's why it's important to measure rather than just replace parts. And that's it for this video, guys. It's probably already long enough for some parking sensors. So with no further ado, I'm going to wrap up these here. The car is fixed, and there's nothing else to add. So with no further ado, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, by the way, just a quick thing. The sensor for these was... Oh, man, I would have to get my phone now. But I think was about 40 pounds or something like that. I think they had 5 pounds if you choose... no, sorry, I'm lying now. I think it's 40 odd pounds. Actually, let me get my phone. Okay, just curiosity really, so here you have it. £29.95, and I think they had £2.95 for delivery. And then if you want anything that is if you want anything that is like sort of particular colors, so these base colors that you see, it says there is for Volvos, etc. But why did I press this button? But when you actually go on the description, it tells you other cars, etc. But these are the basic colors they have. It's like red, dark blue, white, light gray, black, light gray, dark gray, and then there's some other color. But if you want anything, not bespoke, but if you want anything more particular, like yellow or some colors like that, I think they had £5 to the order, and you can request those colors. This is no publicity, guys. This was the seller. There's no publicity whatsoever. Just thought about share that information. And yes, guys, with no further ado, hope you enjoyed the video. If you do still have any questions in the comments, guys, you know exactly how it works. Just put them below, and like always, thank you for watching.